Howdy y'all, I hope you're having a great day. Silvertrade here again with another video. A really exciting video too. These next couple of weeks should be fun. But please remember, none of this is financial advice and we are not financial advisors, and this video is made for entertainment purposes only. Somebody threw down about $2 million to buy 72,000 shares of GameStop, and along with that, they bought 6,000 calls at the $35 strike expiring in 2 weeks. That is incredibly bullish. 29 times 6,000 is $174,000. That is a lot of money for a couple of weekly call options. This is one of those head scratchers where it's like, does somebody know something? Either way, XRT's short interest is now at 695%. We'll just call it 700. That might be the highest we've ever seen it, or at the very least, it's close. Either way, 700% short, oh my goodness. And a lot of people say that Ryan Cohen is an expert at hyping stuff up and that he's not really the greatest CEO in the world, but let's not forget, he doesn't take a salary, he doesn't take stock, they don't pay him in any way except for a little bit of money on security to make sure he's safe. Back in 2022, he said, "I put my money where my mouth is." And that's because the only way he's going to make money off of GameStop is if the stock price goes up. So he is highly incentivized to make the stock go up. He bought all of his own shares with his own money, and like we talked about recently, moved them over to a Schwab account. The last time that the weekly MACD crossed up above the zero line, price went up 69% on GameStop. From 21 up to about 35. $35. Just like those 6,000 call options that were bought today. Surely they bought the $35 call options, expecting it to break above 35 within the next couple of weeks, which is very bullish and very exciting. On the weekly, the 5-day is about to cross over the midline, while the MACD is crossing. And 2 days ago, there was another Chicago buy for about $2 million or 75,000 shares of GameStop. Very exciting. And then today we see a block of calls being bought and more shares. We've been talking about how Roaring Kitty's going to come back any day now, but this really makes my hair stand up. GameStop completely sold out of Switch 2 pre-orders. You love to see it. Console sales for GameStop are its bread and butter. And with all the extra people coming into store buying the Nintendo Switch 2, they're going to buy more than just the console. They will buy Funko Pops, video games, you name it, socks. Todd McFarlane was at a GameStop store in California a couple days ago taking pictures with fans. For anybody who doesn't know, Todd McFarlane is a Canadian comic book creator best known for his work on The Amazing Spider-Man. Mr. Cohen has declined all other forms of salary benefits and other compensation. Mr. Cohen therefore primarily only benefits to the extent his existing investment in the stock of the company appreciates, which directly aligns with his interest with that of our shareholders. The only way he makes money is if the stock goes up. Please remember, none of this is financial advice, but this is why GameStop is a lot more appealing to people than AMC. Even though last year, AMC only paid Adam Aron $11 million, the year before that they paid him $25 million. Ryan Cohen doesn't receive any money, and he needs the stock to go up for this to be worth his time. And we've talked about this before, how Superstonk has 1.1 million members, and the Bitcoin subreddit has 1.1 million members as well. If GameStop goes and buys a ton of Bitcoin, this will bring a lot of Bitcoin maxis to GameStop and could theoretically double the amount of people in GameStop. And we all remember a while ago when Trump first got in office, he was talking with Elon Musk about doing maybe a $5,000 Doge stimulus check. The idea involves returning 20% of the savings from the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, led by Elon Musk, to taxpayers in the form of $5,000 checks. This proposal was initially suggested by the investment CEO James Fishback, but sadly, as of right now, there's no congressional approval, and Doge is trying to save $2 trillion, but they're only at $155 billion. I mean, I could spend hours going through the waste of money that they have cut back on. And the reason that GameStop sneezed back in 2021, I think a large portion of that was because people had those stimulus checks. And of course, Roaring Kitty and the short interest, but the stimulus checks certainly played into this. And also 19 happened back here. It shocked the world. For GameStop to do something crazy like this again, maybe it needs another world shock like we had back in 2020. Maybe it just needs a stimmy. Maybe we just need to wait and see what Ryan Cohen meant by he puts his money where his mouth is. He himself is a billionaire. I am really excited to see how the next couple of weeks go for GameStop. And if they come out and say that they bought a ton of Bitcoin, that will be huge for the stock. Don't forget, there are more millionaires in America than there are Bitcoin. So if every millionaire only wanted to own one Bitcoin, there wouldn't be enough. This is Michael Saylor's valuation model for Bitcoin over the next 20 years. And according to it, it says that Bitcoin will be at $1 million by the year 2032. I really believe this is accurate. Rather than a space race, I believe the world is about to go into a Bitcoin race. China and Trump have been talking back and forth about that. China's been loading up on Bitcoin. Trump bought his own Bitcoin farm, like he literally owns his own Bitcoin mining farm now. And every 4 years, Bitcoin's supply gets cut in half, and the demand continuously grows. And if GameStop were to yoink up a whole bunch under $100,000, and then over the next couple of years it goes to $1 million and over 10x's their investment, that would be huge for GameStop's stock price. And this is Michael Saylor here, hanging out with Ryan Cohen. There are so many reasons that GameStop is about to pump. And if you wouldn't mind, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it, guys. And thank you so much for watching my videos. The story just keeps getting more exciting. I really think that we're going to see squeeze season for a basket of stocks coming up soon. Short share availability for Wolf just dropped to 0. Wolf yesterday sold off with the rest of the market, but then today held above the 5-day moving average, which we love to see. Either way, I love how it's been going straight down for about 2 to 3 years. 2.5 years, we'll call it. And now that it's at all-time lows, the volume is so much higher than it has ever been before. Whenever you look at Wolf's insider report, you'll see that Reynold Neal recently sold about 14,000 shares on April 28th. He's probably doing this because he used to be the CFO for Wolfspeed, but now they're looking in a new direction. Wolf has initiated a search with an executive search firm to evaluate internal and external candidates for a permanent CFO. So basically, he's getting replaced. And the inflation report came out today, and it was better than expected. Facebook and Microsoft, I think, had earnings as well. And so the markets in the after hours really started to turn around. And then tomorrow, on May 1st, we have Amazon and Apple reporting earnings after the close, and Roblox before open. But don't be thinking about other stocks too much. Don't forget, we just saw another Chicago buy. 2 weeks ago, we had 77.6 billion cat airs in a 6-day period, which is 7 times higher than we have ever seen before. Last time we saw some numbers like that, the stock ran from $9 to $60 in a couple of weeks. And today, somebody bought 6,000 calls for GameStop that expire in 2 weeks. I know what I'm doing at 8:30 tomorrow morning. And with all of our new tariffs, I just wanted to show y'all, here's the Shanghai ports for China and all of the ships delivering cargo and selling cargo. And here's America's LA's Long Beach port with obviously way less ships. This is a little frustrating because I was very excited for Trump to get into office. It was all crypto this and that, and then $5,000 stimmies, and you're going to be winning so much you get sick of winning. But all these tariffs in the short term have pushed up most prices. And instead of focusing on how he can better everybody else, and please don't flame me too hard in the comments, but it's also frustrating how I wish we were focused more on the American people rather than the top holders of his coin having a private dinner with him. Like, Trump has his own meme coin, you know, along with his wife and other people in his family have their own meme coins. Our president of the United States told the world that the top 220 holders of his Trump coin will receive invitations to a dinner. He's literally pumping up his own crypto while in office. Can we focus on other things, please? And the top 25 holders will gain additional access to private VIP receptions and a White House tour. Who knows though, maybe this all just turns into vapor and goes away. Right after he announced this, his coin went up over 50%. But thank you so much if you've made it this far in the video. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope you're having an amazing day. Please let me know your thoughts down below, and God bless you.